Coming up tonight on YCN News, defendant James Robarge took the stand today in his murder trial. Anthem Insurance has been hacked, compromising its data. And Claremont School District will offer a full-day kindergarten next year. For more news, weather, and sports, it's time for YCN, your local view.
Now, your daily digest of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region, southern Vermont, and Windsor County. News, sports, weather, and all that is happening in our area. The news on YCN, your local view.
Good evening, it's Thursday, February 5th. I'm Laura James. Welcome to YCN News. The former Charlestown man accused by police of murdering his wife took the stand today in his own defense. James Robarge answered questions by one of his attorneys, public defender Caroline Smith, that according to WNTK. Robarge is facing 2 murder counts for his alleged killing of his wife Kelly by blunt force on June 27, 2013. Today, Robarge explained the scratches on his neck and face and how they came about, to poke holes in the prosecution's case that the scratches are from Kelly trying to defend herself against her husband. Kelly's remains were found in a field in Unity, New Hampshire, about 10 days after she was reported missing to police by family members. An expert for state prosecutors told the court several blood samples found in the Charlestown home that James and Kelly shared were that of Kelly's. The trial may continue several more weeks. A major medical insurer with clients in New Hampshire and Vermont is reporting that sensitive and personal information was breached during a computer hack. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield president and CEO Joseph Swedish sent emails to thousands of people who rely on Anthem for medical insurance or former Anthem clients. Swedish says the FBI was notified once the hacking was discovered. Anthem's own associates' personal information, including Swedish's, was accessed during the security breach. Anthem will individually notify current and former members whose information has been illegally accessed. Anthem will help these customers and try to ease their worries by providing credit monitoring services for free. A website to learn more about the computer break-ins is anthemfax.com. Anthem subscribers can also call toll-free with any questions. That number is 1-877-263-7995. Well, if approved by voters in March, the Claremont School District will offer full-day kindergarten next fall. For the first time in a long time, residents filled the room where the district held its deliberative session last night. People spoke for and against the $31 million budget. Most people spoke in support of full-day kindergarten, including former elementary school teacher and now chiropractor Dr. Stephanie Lanzaro. Lanzaro said this isn't babysitting, it's teaching children how to behave with one another while learning language and early math skills. SAU 6 Superintendent Dr. Middleton McGoodwin explained the benefits of full-day kindergarten compared to the district's half-day program. Now, not all residents are convinced that changing to full-day kindergarten is a wise move. Cynthia Howard said the change is not a choice for voters. It's being forced upon them, she said. This should be considered as a warrant article separate from the main budget. By a show of hands, later yesterday night, more residents voted in favor of full-day kindergarten than not. Voters on March 10th will determine if the budget passes. In Upper Valley news, Lebanon city leaders announced today its police chief is retiring this May. Chief Gary Smith is in his 28th year of service with the Lebanon Police Department. City Manager Greg Lewis described Smith as a great friend and a trusting colleague. On another Lebanon City news note, Lewis is stepping down from his city manager role later this year as well. Well, once again, the sounds of the season are upon us. The buzz of snowblowers making tracks through the ever-growing snowdrifts. The steady swoosh of windshield wipers clearing the view for a driver. And there were some snowflakes indeed flying around this morning during our morning commute. The wind continued to howl this afternoon. Stay tuned for our local weather forecast later in this YCN broadcast as you make your weekend plans. After the break, we'll have more news from around our region.
The YCN News continues in a moment.
Welcome back to YCN News. I'm Laura James. All political roads are leading to New Hampshire as the race heats up for those who will become the Republican and Democratic nominee for president in 2016. We continue today with our series of presidential hopefuls. Former New York Governor George Pataki on Tuesday came to Newport, New Hampshire's Village Pizza for a meet and greet with local residents and press. YCN News asked Pataki about how to create economic prosperity for all citizens.
This president always wants to tax more, spend more, borrow more, and have the government control more of people's lives. What we need are more jobs, better jobs, higher paying jobs. Just as an example, we now have almost 8 million people working part-time because of Obamacare who want to work full-time, but their employer can't pay the fine if they were moved to full-time. So what we have to do is strengthen our economy, reduce the tax burden, get rid of the loopholes that create so many exemptions for special interests, lower the rates, and create jobs. That's the way to a stronger middle class in this country.
Pataki is in New Hampshire determining if this is the right time for his political career to run for America's highest office. YCN will catch up with other possible and declared candidates as they visit the Granite State, home to the first in the nation presidential primary. On that note, how will 2016 candidates weigh in on the Federal Communication Commission's ruling to treat the Internet like a public utility? FCC Chairman Tom Wheeler yesterday said the Internet should be available at the best and fastest speeds for all computer users. Wheeler took to the Internet and appropriately named website Wired to say that private cable companies, and providers should not dictate who can or cannot access the Internet. Treating the Internet like a public utility would give more government oversight of the valuable necessity for today's life and work styles. Still, Wheeler does not want to hamper private investment of all things computer related. When YCN News returns, we'll join River Valley Chronicles' Elizabeth Gerazio, who spoke with Bill Carpenter, a member of the Claremont 250th Year Committee.
The YCN News continues in a moment.
Welcome back to YCN News. Matt McDonald is here to tell us exactly how cold it will be.
Thanks, Laura. Well, it looks like the snow is clearing up. Tonight will be mostly clear with a low around -9. Wind chills may reach as low as -16. Friday will see increasing clouds with a high near 14. Wind chills as low as -18. Friday night will be mostly cloudy with a low around 12. Saturday will be mostly cloudy with a high near 24. And Saturday night the snow showers are back. Lows will be around 8.
Snow Country Snapshot is brought to you by Bubba's Bar and Grill in Newbury, New Hampshire.
Holly O'Brien here at Burke Mountain Resort, where the views are absolutely spectacular. Coming next season is the new Burke Hotel and Conference Center, which is designed specifically to complement that beautiful scenery you see behind me. It's going to be pretty sweet.
All of this fresh snow brings skiing and snowboarding to a whole new level. All natural, ungroomed trails like glades and moguls have deep, soft snow at Mount Sunapee, Whaleback, and Ragged Mountain. Sunapee has a ski-a-thon Saturday to benefit the New Hampshire Handicap Sports Association. Ragged Mountain just did a big build in their snow tubing park. It's got awesome drops for a very thrilling ride.
We love to get kids skiing. There's nothing more rewarding than to watch them get both skis on and get some balance and come down that hill. It's amazing.
So who's the fastest out of all of your friends?
I think Liam is. You know how I know? He was going so fast that he lost both his skis.
Whoa! His skis couldn't even keep up with how fast he was skiing.
Nope.
The snow has been great, and the food will be too this weekend. Saturday is Vermont Specialty Foods Day at Bromley with many brands including Vermont maple syrup on snow and Cabot cheese. Stratton's Taste of Vermont Saturday night is a big culinary challenge featuring Southern Vermont's best restaurants, wineries, and bakeries.
Burke Mountain Resort, it is a special place. I'm Holly O'Brien, and we will see you next week.
And now it's time to preview our YCN community calendar. On Friday, there will be a community dinner at the Lutheran Church in Hanover starting at 5 p.m. Remember, you can see the full calendar online at ycnnow.com/calendar. And now let's take a look at some girls basketball results from last night. Sunapee defeated Newton in an exciting game. The final score was 45-34. Hanover dominated Conval also yesterday in a big point difference. The final score of that game was 57-21. YCN Sports will bring you more game results tomorrow.
Thank you, Matt. When YCN News returns, we'll join Capital Connection's John O'Connor. We'll continue his conversation with Claremont City Councilor Charlene Lovett.
The YCN News continues in a moment.